Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Welcome to the coolest video that we'll have probably in January. Today we're looking at my favorite color combination, my favorite coach. This is just a fantastic opportunity. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV here on a very cold, -15 this morning. When I woke up, -15 degrees here in Frederick, Colorado. Don't worry, it should be 40 by the end of the day. That's what we get out here. So as usual, I'd like to start my videos from the inside out. So Jody, please go ahead and take her on back. One of the reasons I'm so excited about this coach is because in 2025, we changed our wood color options. So this has got the sable maple finish. This is my favorite color combination. The other thing that we have in this coach that's very unique is this decor paired with this trim. In 2025, we've changed our cabinets, we've changed our end caps. So this is a very slim segment where you can catch this Mountain Aire in its current condition. And this is a finish in a wood design that I've loved the entire time it's been out. So I love the fact I went and looked at back in the videos today. I had not made a video of this coach yet. There's a great video out there by Teresa Crawley and also by Taylor Smith. So if you're looking for more outside information, I'm going to do some measurements outside today, but it'll be pretty basic on the outside. For the most part, we're going to focus on the interior of this coach. The first place I want to start off with is shower. So on this bath and a half 38-foot floor plan, I've got a very unique shower. As you can see, it's angled. But what I want to point out to this is how roomy the shower is. If you look at the measurements here, it's actually 32 inches across. And at its narrowest position, it's still 20 inches deep. And at its deepest position, it's actually all the way out to 32. So this is kind of a square with an edge cut off of it, if you will. But what's really nice about this is if you're 6 feet tall, you can still get in here, even with the raised platform and the all tile shower pan and this beautiful linear drain, and you can still get nice and cleaned up. The other thing that's really cool about it, as you can see, is because of the way that they've angled this, when you're cleaning yourself, if you don't have your teak bench down, you have plenty of elbow room, plenty of space here to have a nice shower. Of course, one of the things that you'll get in the Mountain Aire is a place for your shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. You also get your wand on a slide so you can make that an adjustable height. And then, of course, we have the AquaView shower miser system as well, and towel bars on the outside of the door. All of these things are great additions to this coach that will allow you to have more room in a very compact space. And of course, one of the things that makes this coach so special is this is the first time you've ever been able to get a coach under 40 feet. So this is 38 feet, 10 inches long, and it has a tag axle. So that passive tag axle does a lot for you. One of the things that's most important is it gives you a 15,000-pound towing capacity. It also, because that back wheel pivots when you're turning, and that front drive axle to the front wheel are your actual wheelbase, you have the smallest turning radius that you can get on the market in a diesel pusher in combination with an ISX. So this has got a Cummins ISX. It's not the 15, it's the 12. So it's an 11.9 liter ISX boasting, really, no kidding, 1,695 foot-pounds of torque. So if you take the torque rating to length of coach, this coach is going to be the most powerful coach offered in this segment. And in its petite size and structure, she's a rocket, she's got tons of storage, and she's also got all the amenities like you want. So the bath and a half feature, for instance, nice shower, fully tiled, and then lots and lots of hanging space, which is really amazing that Newmar's been able to figure out how to do this. So I want to start off in this closet. You'll see here the closet is 37 feet. It's as long as the coach. The closet is 37 inches long, and then it's about 25 inches deep, so it's deeper than an average closet. And then it's also going to be about 45 inches tall, so for your longer hanging items, that's great. If you need an extra 24 inches of depth, you have that here when you lift up this pad. This little area down below is 25 by 24 for storage. If you're not interested in measurements, this is not the right video for you, so please go ahead and sign off. Be nice in the comments. This coach is made for people who have really been considering this shorter floor plan that might be a little bit concerned about the space in here. I understand that for a lot of people, when you get out in the RV, you're like, okay, that seems like a really small package. Am I going to be able to live with this? And the answer is absolutely, unequivocally yes. So first and foremost, with all of these nice touch panels that you have throughout the coach, you'll see that we have great control over everything in the RV at the touch of a button. One of the things I really like about this mirror is that in a small space, if you're trying to do your makeup, or maybe if you're like me, I don't go see an esthetician, I do my own eyebrows. The extra light as I get older is really beneficial for me to be able to see in the mirror. So having these inset lights as well as the vanity lights is super nice. So I'm going to turn the mirror lights off, and then I'll turn the vanity lights on. So you can see you have two different forms of light. If you're just trying to brush your teeth at night, you don't want that garish light coming at you. You also have your vanity lights. And then as you'll see here, we have a 40-inch wide countertop, and it's 25 inches deep. And then from here to here is 13 inches tall. So if you have a plug that you like to plug into for your toothbrush, if you've got an electric toothbrush, plenty of room back here for all of that. And again, that nice linear drain, very classy. And then here for storage, you have a full 40 inches in terms of width with 10 inches here. You've got 7 inches here and then 6 to the top. So lots and lots of storage here, and then again, two 110 outlets. So plenty of room to keep that hair dryer, your Band-Aids, all of your, hairspray, anything that you might keep on the road, bug spray, suntan lotion, all of that stuff. And then one of the things I like to mention about this bathroom that I think is so fantastic is if I'm getting up and getting dressed in the morning, I really like to kind of come out of the bathroom with my drawers on, with my outfit on, kind of looking cute, not having to get dressed, especially if in case that I've got company, that middle door is not closed. It's really nice to be able to get ready in here. And I have all of this drawer space. So if I want to be able to keep my underwear and my socks and my bra and my panties and all the stuff that I would keep in my coach in there, I have room for that. I also have 3 nice cosmetic drawers so I can keep toothbrushes and all of those things, hairbrushes and the like. I have a ton of storage space underneath here for towels. And I mean, so there's 3 drawers here, there's 3 drawers here, and then another 3 drawers here as well. And one thing I want to make sure I mention to you is in the luxury line of Newmar, all of these drawers are nice and dovetailed. So very, very nice, high quality, soft closed drawers. And again, I just love this sable maple finish. If I could have a coach, this would be it. I love the Mountain Aire. I know I say that a lot too. Honey, it's time to get a Mountain Aire. No, I'm just kidding. My Superstar's fine. So stackable washer and dryer. Another nice thing about this is I like to dry my towels after I get out of the shower. Keeps them from getting musty and gross. And there's your dryer right there in the bathroom. And then a huge bonus here is another shelf. So just from here to here is 14 inches. You've got another 4 inches back to the nook. But just to be fair, so you've got 14 inches of width, and then you've got a total of 5, 4, and 12 inches of space. I'm sorry, I lied about that. 12 inches, and then 8 inches, and then 4 inches of depth here. So if you're trying to buy those little kitty cat thing or caddy things, I try to help you understand how much room you have in terms of depth, so you can buy those little containers at the Container Store before you, upfit your coach. Now you'll notice here we have this really nice egress door. So if you have a fire, or if you just want to drop your laundry out at the end of your camping trip, whatever it may be, maybe load in some supplies, this is a great opportunity here. If there was an emergency though, there is a ladder. You could escape out of the back door here. Now last but not least, my favorite part of every segment is the robe hook right here. But even better, here's my friend Jody with that full length mirror here in the back. In my last video, I had someone put down some really nice comments about Jody and how great his camera skills are. I want you guys to know, we are so blessed to have this gentleman who can keep up with all of us random salespeople. Jody, come on in the bathroom. I'm going to grab my clipboard out so I don't lose it. Now, another thing that I really like about this coach is this bedroom. So I did a full measurements video yesterday on a 4369, which of course is the #1 selling product in North America for the Dutch Star and the Ventana line. The reason I wanted to do this today is because this is a very small package, and it's really amazing to see how much room they've packed in here. But look at this walking room that you have next to the bed. There's so much room here. You've got these big nightstands, and something that's different than what we had in the 4369 is you even have a little shelf here. So if you're like me and you like to have a bubbly water before you go to bed, what a nice place to be able to put down your drinks. And then of course we've got this cutout. We've been doing this since about 2021, where you have a cutout so you can run your cords from your bureau where you're keeping all of your sultry novels and your water bottles up to the top, so you can keep your phone charging right here next to you at the nightstand. And then of course we also have our overhead storage. This is all carpet lined, and then there's grommets here. So if you wanted to be able to plug something into these 110 outlets that are up top, for instance, maybe a laptop, maybe your iPad, and then have the cords drop down so that when it was time to head out, you could just pull them up and store them inside that cabinet, you could do that. This is also going to be a great space to keep anything that you're not using quite frequently, but that you need to have around, extra batteries, flashlights, things like that. So very, very nice space here. The mirrored headboard in the back just gives you even more room on either side of the bed. And then also you'll note that in this coach we have cross ventilation. So you've got opening windows on either side of the bed. Not only do you have cross ventilation in that direction, but you also have cross ventilation here. So we also have the ability to open up this window right here. So you can have the cross ventilation coming in not only from next to you where you're sleeping, but also from across the way. Now, up above me, we have a 43-inch smart TV. Please take note, if you'd like to have Starlink installed on this coach, in 2025, it's an option. You can have it factory installed. But here at Transwest, I've got 2 Mountain Aires on order. And both of those Mountain Aires were including the in-motion Starlink that's roof mounted. But in one of them, I thought it was really interesting. My client camps a lot under trees. He's trading in a Superstar, and he has the setup where he's got a roof mounted Starlink, and then he also has a tripod that he puts out under the coach, so that if he's staying somewhere where he doesn't have connectivity because he's under a dense canopy, he can bring that other Starlink out. So we can really help you to get through all of the needs that you have. If you're working from your RV, there are solutions that will basically make this coach bulletproof in terms of having connectivity, so you can watch Netflix and Hulu or whatever you want without having to have satellite television. So kind of a cool feature there. This is another great benefit of this coach. You've got 2 of these wardrobes. They are 26 inches wide. They are 40 inches tall, and they are 20 inches deep. So about 5 inches less depth than you have in the rear cabinet. But of course, this is wide enough for a coat hanger, which is why they pop out just a little bit. And if you're wondering why there's this overhang, it's because your 72 by 80 mattress slides underneath here and tucks in while you're in motion. So you cannot access this rear bathroom while you're in motion, but the mid bath I'll show you in a minute. It's pretty fantastic. Now, both of these drawers are about the same width. One of them is just under 26 inches. The other one's just over. So this is just under 26. This is just over. And this one's about 9 inches tall and about 10.5 inches deep on both. So they're all about the same measurement. You get 5 of these drawers, great for storage. Again, you've got both of these really nice hanging wardrobes. So tons and tons of room in this RV. Now, another great benefit that you have to this coach is the fact that you've got 3-zone in-floor heating. So let's just talk about some specs. Important features to understand about your Mountain Aire. So you've got a coach that's under 39 feet. It's going to have an ISX, which is going to have 1,695 foot-pounds of torque, a 525 horsepower engine, 15,000-pound towing capacity, and then you have a bunch of different ways of getting heat. So you've got a 10-kilowatt generator. That generator is running your air conditioners, which also have heat pumps, but you're also going to have Oasis, so you're going to have a tankless hot water heater that can pull water out of the water heater, the water container. It's 105 gallons of fresh water, and recycle it back into that freshwater container, so that you're heating your water. So if you're actually able to get into some of these state parks that may not have hookups, you're going to have a much better ability to boondock without having a connection for sewer. You're going to have an 80-gallon gray water tank, a 60-gallon black water tank, and then you also have, with that Oasis system, this hydronic heat. So you see these little heat registers throughout the coach. There's one on each side here, and one back there in the bathroom. These registers are running off of a tube of liquid that's coming out of your dual loop Chinook system. That system is pushing hot fluid underneath the coach and forcing air over the top of it, giving you forced air heat. That can be run off of 50 amp, 30 amp, or it can be run off of your diesel tank. So that's another huge benefit of this coach. Another benefit though is that you have in-floor heating. It's electric, so you've got 1, 2, and 3 zone in-floor heating. All of these things are so fantastic if you are looking to have a coach that's going to get you out into the wilderness or into a luxury park. This one will do both. Now you'll see I've got my table leaves underneath here. Our table starts off at 36 inches long, but it goes all the way up to almost 5 feet in total length. I'll show that to you in a few minutes. And then there are the 2 extra chairs that come with this. One of the things that's most important to understand about this under storage space is that it's very generous. If you want to get a few totes in here to keep your winter clothes or maybe some stuff that you use less frequently, it's a great opportunity. But also you'll see that you have room on either side if you would like to be able to put any kind of CPAP machine on the floor or next to the bed. There's access, of course, again to those 110 outlets, so you can run your CPAP machine and still have all of the walking space around this mattress. So again, very generous amount of room here, a 72 by 80 mattress in this coach. And then as I mentioned earlier, if this pocket door wasn't closed, I could get ready in the bathroom. But this does come all the way across. It's important to note that when you see this little depth or little lack of coverage at the bottom, if you have a fine furry friend, especially a feline, they will probably be able to escape. If you're trying to keep them in the bedroom, you might want to keep them in the bathroom while you're loading up the coach. But the reason that is because this entire slide, the whole way down, is tile. And the reason we're able to do that is because Newmar, not only did they invent slides, but they also invented what's called MoreFloor. So what MoreFloor does is it uses a hydraulic lift to lift up the slide and bring it in so you don't have a drop into a pocket. We use a cogwheel on our electric slides, which are on the starboard side of this coach, but on this port side, this hydraulic slide comes all the way up and in, and it gives you the ability to have tile in your bathroom as well as right here underneath the sink. And you can imagine in my Superstar, of course, I have carpet on this slide, so I have carpet underneath my sink. This is a really nice feature not to have that carpet there in your sink. Now, before we go too far, I want to come back here and just kind of go over some panels. So first and foremost, this is how you extend your awnings for the window coverings, and this is how you do your slide. You've got touch control panels throughout the coach, and all of them are kind of linked in. Now this can be logged. You can log into the My Rosie app and control these on your phone. But as you can see, you have all of this great connectivity in the bathroom, in the bedroom, here in the front. And one of the things that's so nice about this is, let's say for instance, I want to go to home and see what my fresh black and gray water levels are, or what my batteries are charged to. All of these things are available to me right here. I also can see if my generator's on. I can set my auto gen start, so if I want to have a certain temperature that it hits before it turns on, or a point in time, I can set all of that up right here with my auto gen start. I can check my water. I can turn my water pump on. All of these things that are available throughout these different touchpads in the coach. As I mentioned earlier with climate control, you've got, all of your zones here, but then on top of it, you also have 3-zone floor heat. So I've got this set to 10 right now. It's actually pretty toasty in here, to be honest with you. Jody's will probably start taking his clothes off pretty quick. Half the time we get done, he's got his jacket off and his hat off and his gloves off, but he's getting ready to get outside today. So here is your exterior lights. You can control your stool room, the bathroom, the bedroom, the kitchen, and the living room, all from one location. And there's also an all lights on and all lights off button. Now, right to the right of this, you'll note that we have this center stool room. I am going to go ahead and turn on the lights for the mirror so you can see that. Again, this has got that mirror inlet, that inlighting in the mirror. Very nice feature on the Mountain Aire that allows you, again, just to have a little bit better bright light if you're getting ready in the morning. Porcelain toilets throughout. This coach does have also the SaniCon system, so not only does it grinding at the base at the toilet itself, but it also has another pump outside, which would allow you to get gray water into a local drain. So if you've got 105 gallons of gray water or fresh water, and you're kind of getting towards the top of that gray water tank and you just want to finish your laundry load, you could always pump that gray water out into a local drain so that you would have a little more room. Very nice feature there. As you can see here, this undermount sink is seamless, which I just love. I think that that's a great way to keep things a little easier to take care of. Nice drawer storage here. Plenty of room to be able to plug in if you want. There's a little pop-down outlet right here. If you want to go ahead and get your makeup done, you can go ahead and put in one of those magnifying mirrors right here. Get ready to go in the morning. A little place to keep all of your TP. Perhaps some cleaning supplies. This is probably where I would keep my cleaning supplies. And then back here is probably where I would keep all my hand towels, any kind of extra, you know, washcloths, things along those lines. And then another huge medicine cabinet here. So again, this little Mountain Aire is just chocked full of tons of storage. We also want to make sure that we mention that there's a fantastic fan in this bedroom, in the rear bedroom, and also in the kitchen. And then up here, of course, you've got the brains of the operation. So very nice and tidy, well labeled, easy to see. There's no labeling here because it's all labeled right next to the breaker box. You don't have to try to figure out which one's which. Uh-oh. All right, so here we've got a huge window, 25 inches tall to this little level right here, 65 inches across, tons of viewing space. They've got outlets right over here on the right. A really nice, huge presidential refrigerator with plenty of storage up top for any of your spices. And then a nice deep freezer with an ice maker. Nice pocket here to keep all of your frozen meats. And then here's that kitchen table I was mentioning to you earlier. So 24 inches across, 36 inches deep. And then when you add those two leaves, you can get all the way out to here with those extra chairs. Tons of room for anyone to come over for dinner. And then on the regular, if you're just having breakfast between the two of you, there's a lot of space here. And then you've got your 50-inch pop-up televator here as well. So lots of nice space. I love these window sconces. Again, this is a really nice last-minute opportunity to get a hold of a coach that they no longer manufacture in this fashion. The other thing that's great about this floor plan, though, which you could always pick up in 2025, is this countertop. So this countertop is 80 inches long, 28 inches deep. Here it's 15 inches to the bottom of the microwave. And then here it's 18 inches, and there are outlets underneath for you to plug in your coffee maker. And then lots of nice adjustable shelves here. And then in here we have just great storage space. So these cabinets are going to be push to release for your pop-out drawers. They are 12 inches in diameter on the inside, not the outside. They're 26 inches deep. And then you have 8 inches, and then 9 inches, and then 9 inches, 9 inches, and 9 inches in terms of overall storage. And as you can see, starting in 2024, they came up with this great idea where they allowed you to move these little guys around. So if you wanted to put, for instance, some pots and pans, a baking sheet, a frying pan, you can change what you're storing in the coach and have a place to put things in sideways so you're not wasting that valuable cabinet space, which allows you to have more room for things like this, your really nice dishwasher. Now, I use this as a drying rack most of the time while I'm camping, but I'll tell you, very handy, very efficient. And if you want to save water, doing one load of dishes a day as opposed to washing your dishes by hand 3 times, you'll actually save water with your dishwasher. And here again are all of those nice full extension, dovetailed, deep pocket doors that you can keep all sorts of stuff in. Just tons and tons of room. And then right here, of course, we've got a great place to keep all of your cooking supplies. And you'll notice things like this Bose sound or Bose remote. You do have a Bose sound system. Oh, here goes Jody taking off the gloves. It's getting hot here, folks. I gotta tell you, when it's this cold, it's pretty impressive that it's hot. And then another nice drawer, probably a great place to keep your scrubbies right above. And then I also wanted just to make mention, talk about luxuries. I don't know if anyone has a 30.5-inch wide sink at home, but this is 19 and this is 17 inches deep by 30. So much room in this sink. And if you take these covers off and you want to be able to store them down below, there's a nice little storage area down below. And then also a nice little pull-out trash can, place to keep some cleaning supplies. And then, even better, you have my favorite aspect of this coach, which is the induction cooktop. So keep in mind, I know a lot of people say, oh, I really like to have gas. The reason these induction cooktops work so well is because when you have an induction cooktop, you can monitor and have the same temperature at any altitude. Not only that, my favorite thing about our induction cooktop is when we go camping, I can take it out, use it to make bacon, use it to make our French toast, have breakfast out in the morning before we get off to our nice hikes or whatever we might be doing for the day. And then I can still put these covers on top. So if I have, all of the breakfast stuff out, the fruit, the orange juice, all of those things laying out here, I can still have my cooktop outside where we're getting ready for breakfast. Now, another thing I wanted to mention about this coach, which I really think is fantastic, is this really nice recliner set. And something that makes a big difference, I measured these yesterday for some folks that were concerned about whether or not they would be comfortable. Yesterday, the Dutch Star was 25 inches. These are almost 26 inches in terms of height. And then overall width, they're actually 21 inches wide. So plenty of room to be comfortable in this area. And then as you can see here, tons of storage to keep all of your blankets, all of your remotes. And then I love the fact that you could actually change the color of these cup holders to match your outfit. Super important. I know we keep talking about storage, but there's so much of it to be had. Underneath, a great place to keep your placemats, keep your napkins, all the things that you need to get the table ready for dinner. And then of course we have our televator right here. And I'll go ahead and pop that up just so you can see what that looks like. And as I mentioned, these are so nice because all of these systems are located across the entire coach. So very easy to be able to move things around, turn lights on and off from any different area in the coach. We've got a ton of room up here as well. And there's that sound bar as I mentioned earlier. So if you want to just listen to some Jimi Hendrix while you're getting ready in the morning, you can do that. Okay, what have we missed? We got all this stuff. Right up here. So 14 inches in terms of width, 13 inches tall from inside here to the top of this. And you got two of those pull-outs for up top. And then you've got a really nice, not only is it a convection and microwave oven, but it's also an air fryer now, which is super cool. So if you're into tater tots or rewarming French fries from the restaurant you went to the night before, that's a great opportunity. The other thing I think is really important to measure, this is not the queen seat. The width on the seat is about 24 inches across, 23, I guess, armrest to armrest. And starting in 2025, you're able to add the, oh shit, I lost a Jeep camera to the Dutch Star. It's a feature that you can also get on the Mountain Aire. I think it's very handy when you're going down the road, not just to see the cameras though, but you can also look at navigation. Well, it doesn't want me to accept it, so maybe you can't look at navigation. I don't have the coach on. I've got the generator running. Do you hear that? So another benefit of this coach, not only do you have a ton of horsepower, a ton of torque, but your generator is up here in the front. So if you're running your air conditioners while you're boondocking, you're going to be able to sleep nice and soundly at night. And we'll just go over a little more storage here. These controls are for your Girard awning. This is for all of your baseball hats, maybe your umbrella on your way out the door. These are the controls for your coach, and you can see our new Xantrax control panel for our solar system. We've got the right Winegard Razor antenna. We've got the dual Girard awnings, all of your slide controls, And then one of the nice things here is that when you have these lithium-ion battery packets, if the batteries go too low, you have to restart them. It used to be that you had to do the reset button outside in the coach. Now you can actually reset those from inside of the coach. So if it's raining or yucky outside, you don't have to go out there. And again, just a little more storage. And you've also got, of course, your HWH hydraulic leveling system. And this coach is built on the Spartan chassis. The 38-foot Mountain Aire is only available on the Spartan chassis. So all of that being said, they still have the Alison transmission in that control panel on the left, but you have all of your steering wheel controls have gotten greatly improved after 2023. You've got 11 more buttons allowing you to do volume control. You can actually really easily access your comfort drive right here with toggle buttons. So a lot of improvements here. Other features that you see here that you may not know what they are: you've got your wireless charging pad right here, the Curtain Spectrum integrated brake controller, and then also you'll note that you have heated left and right mirrors as well. And then the dash is really nice, big. In 2025, they've gotten rid of the seam, but it's the same size. And I think it's really important to understand the clarity and vision that you have by having a dedicated camera versus your nav and go navigation system or radio system is just fantastic. Some really nice drawers here where you can keep your sunglasses and your wallet and your phone and still have some extra room. And you'll have a his and hers, of course. And then these are recliners that can turn around. So you have recliner, recliner, recliner. So you could actually seat 4 in this coach and be very, very comfortable, you know, having like a little dinner party. You got another, probably 2 there. I mean, you could definitely play some cards, hang out, camp. And again, this is one of my very favorite coaches. Oh, we didn't look at the cabinet storage up here. We'll just do that quickly. I didn't measure this, and I'm sorry about that. I probably should have. But as you can see, nice, deep, carpet-lined cabinets all the way through. Plenty of room for board games. The one last thing that I want to show, though, because I think I get a lot of questions and concerns about whether or not there's enough storage underneath, is our suicide doors outside underneath the coach. Now on the way out, I'm going to show you a few more things. For instance, the table here that you don't have access to anymore in 2025. They've done away with this nice mobile table for while you're driving down the road. I really like this table. I think it's very handy to be able to put your sandwich down or have a pop. So that's a great feature. The wireless charging pad right here, the opening window for fresh air, the storage underneath the stairs here. So you've got storage on both of these underneath the stairs. And then on the way out, like I said, this will be pretty quick on the way out. Just a few short things to mention. You got your doorbell here, as well as a number pad where you can actually lock and unlock your coach from outside for the doors as well as for the bay doors, or you can lock everything and you can leave your key behind. And then this is lit so you can find your coach at night. Dual fill gas. Another huge benefit, a 3 cubic liter Dometic refrigerator freezer combo. It can be controlled either way. They've added this little shelf for extra storage above, which is very nice. And then I think it's important to understand there's a definite, sacrifice when you have a tag axle on a coach like this in terms of storage. But overall, if you didn't want your shelves in here, you could take them out and you'd have 56 inches of overall opening space, but you've got a 23.5-inch wide by 55 pull-out tray, as well as a 26 by 55 pull-out tray. And I have some other measurements listed here. So you've got a total of 24 inches in terms of height, all the way up to here. But if you go to the shelf here, you still have 15 inches of clearance. So if you're trying to find the lawn chairs or the totes that will fit underneath here, I really do think this is quite a bit of doable space in terms of overall storage. Now, you're not going to bring all the tools that you use to do your own oil changes, things along those lines, but you will have plenty of room there. And then also in the saving of space, we opted, instead of having the television, to have this extra set of cabinets here. So you can keep all of your, top shelf Belvedere, Patron, or your Tire Shine, whatever makes you happy, right there. Please note, like little things like this drip line that you see coming down here that's draining the roof so that you don't have unsightly drip lines going throughout the coach. The full painted slides, the overhead 360-degree camera. All of these things make this Newmar Mountain Aire absolutely one of the best products on the market. Again, if you like this sable maple interior, I love this wood color. I'm so sad to see it go away. But if you like this coach, this is like the last year you can get that interior color. Now, as we walk by here, please note you can't see your windshield wipers. That is, of course, because you are in the luxury line when you are in the Mountain Aire. Again, this is stock number 5N230645. This is a 3825 bath and a half, fantastic tag axle, ISX 12-liter rocket ship. Make it yours. Let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping.